Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the first video that I decided to narrate in English. Well, actually not the first in this channel. So my friend's been telling me to do it for a while and now I have time, so for today's video we're going to find out which watercolor mixtures produce the most interesting black. Now, first of all, I'm drawing a table for 10 combinations that we have today. Each of these is a complementary color pair. So, what are complementary colors? There are two paints from nearly opposite sides of the color wheel that can mix to make a pure gray or a dark neutral color. I won't call the mixing result a black because, the original black straight from the pan, the tube, or the single pigment black. It is so boring and flat. And of course, it is a dead color to your paintings. Every black color, when appearing among others, carries the shade that makes it blend with the surrounding. Therefore, when you mix your own black hues, instead of relying on the two blacks, you can create such luminous and deep colors. Let's start with the first pair, Ultramarine PB29 and Quinacridone Gold PO48. This mixture produces a lovely muted dark green. It's very deep and it's kind of similar to Perylene Green PBK31. However, it still be able to hold the saturation. This mixture is great for dark foliages and tree grounds in the shadow. Number 2. We have Ultramarine PB29 and Van Dyke Brown PBR7. I think I don't need to say much about these two as they are probably the most common two pigments for mixing luscious gray or black. Here, in my swatch, I have the perfect neutral gray with the 1:1 paint ratio. For the third pair, we have Phthalo Green PG7 and Pyro Red PR254. This mixture to me produces the darkest color. You notice that with the fall swatch I have here, the result is a cool black with a slight green tint. Of course, you can also shift the hue a little bit to the warmer side by adding more PR254. Continue with Phthalo Cream PG7. Its missing complements this time is Perylene Maroon PR179. As you can see here, Perylene Maroon accounts more percentage in this mixture. Thus, we're having the result of a warm black. At first, it looks quite the same as Ivory Black with the brownest tint, but well, it's actually much darker and it's just more interesting. Let's get going with the different shades of green. PG36 Phthalo Green Yellow shade and the lovely Permanent Rose PV19. The result yielded from this mixture is a lovely dark gray with a hint of pink. Here we go with the last mixture with green, Hooker's Green and Dioxazine Violet PV23. You can use any version of Hooker's Green from different brands. Mine is Hooker's Green Dark from Winsor Newton Cotman, which is a combination of PY139, PB15, and PG7. The next combination gives such an expected result. I don't know I should be sad or not. Here we have ultramarine violet PV15 and Hansa yellow deep PY65. The result is a muddy brown with granulation from PV15. Um, this is probably the worst combination of today's mixing result. Now move on with my favorite pair, Cobalt Turquoise Light PB28 and Indian Red PR101. I love both of them on its own and they create the most gorgeous light gray. These two pigments both granulate and they don't mix completely well with each other, so you can spot their appearances simultaneously on the swatch. I cannot stress enough how much I really love this combination. Number 9 on the list, Indian Throne Blue PB60 and Yellow Ochre PY42. The hue of this mixture is somewhat similar to the first pair PB29 and PO48, but this version is duller and it's more opaque, since PY42 itself is an opaque color. Last but not least, Phthalo Blue Green Shade PP153 and Pyro Orange PO73. Phthalo Blue has such a super strong tinting strength and that can easily overpower the other color. In my mixture here, the result is a very deep green, bluish sea color, and the value it's almost black. If you want to balance out the mixture, consider adding higher ratio of PO73. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you find the video informative. Bye guys and happy watercoloring.